Greetings and salutations!
Inanimate Insanity is an online animated web series created by Adam Katz, Brian Koch, Justin Chapman, and Taylor Groyden. Originally on the Duncan Epic channel, it is hosted on YouTube under the Animation Epic channel and has been for its entire run. Currently having 4 seasons, 5 if you count the II remaster, the series takes inspiration from other shows such as Total Drama Island, Survivor, and even Battle for Dream Island. Inanimate Insanity is mainly known for its crude humor in terms of the first season, great characters, plot points, and shocking reveals. In this video, I'll be going over the history of the beloved object show, Inanimate Insanity. Before Inanimate Insanity came out, a trailer was uploaded onto Duncan Epic, a channel owned by Adam Katz, being The Stupid Trailer, on February 20th, 2011. The trailer mainly features 4 characters, Nickel, Baseball, Taco, and Pickle. There isn't much to take from the trailer, besides taking in the fact that Pickle originally didn't have any arms. There is also where the She Forgot song comes from.
You tell me because I forgot.
Ooh, she forgot, she forgot, she forgot, she forgot, she forgot.
There was no release date at this time, as there was no storyline yet according to the description. If you noticed, the animation isn't anything like how BFDI is animated. This is because Inanimate Insanity at first was not animated in Macromedia Flash, the software BFDI uses, and was instead animated using a program called Anime Studio, specifically Anime Studio 6 Pro. It now goes by Moho Animation Software. On April 1st, 2011, Inanimate Insanity's first episode, The Crappy Cliff, would be released. It starts off explaining the plot, where the contestants were competing for a prize of $1 million, taking place on an island called Inanimate Island. The host of the show is MePhone 4, a play-on of the actual iPhone 4 from Apple, considering the fictional company MePhone is from is called Meeple. Like with BFDI, the intro song is from Kevin MacLeod, called Aces High. In the episode, MePhone 4 was voiced by Christian Potenza, who you may know as a voice actor for Chris McLean from Total Drama Island. However, Potenza would only voice for the first episode, as when it was told that a second episode would be made, he responded with, "I didn't sign up for that."
It was so fun, and kind of the backstory, which I think someone on Twitter had relayed to the world, because I was telling them at one of the events, was Christian Potenza was MePhone in the first episode, and then after that first episode, I think he was like, "Oh, there's another one? I didn't sign up for that."
So MePhone 4's voice actor was changed to Mark Katz, Adam Katz's father, and he would be the voice of MePhone 4 for the ongoing future. I suppose to have this as tradition, the very first contestant to be eliminated from II was Paper, via a contestant vote, which was new at the time, considering BFDI let the viewers pick who to eliminate. The elimination area for this season would be Idiotic Island, an island only housing a large cage. Episodes of Inanimate Insanity would release on a monthly schedule, similar to how BFDI released their episodes. However, around mid-September 2011, Balloon's old voice actor, Nath Groth, had hacked into the Animation Epic channel and deleted episodes 1 through 5.5 from the channel, leading him to being fired once it was found out. The episodes would be re-uploaded on September 14th, causing the upload dates to be different from originally stated. From that point on, Balloon would only have reused lines until his elimination, which the hacking was mostly the reason why he was eliminated. The show would have its first debut on episode 5.5, consisting of 10 recommended characters: TV, 8-Ball, Apple, Pop-Tart, Teddy Bear, Magnifying Glass, Cookie, Spiky Mervert, later changed to just Spiky, Dictionary, and Belle. With the challenge being a paintball fight, Apple wins, having her debut in the next episode. The episode also had its first rejoin, being Lightbulb. Adam, who is referred as the producer, is also first shown in the episode. He becomes more important later on. For episode 6 and onward, the voting style was changed from contestant voting to viewer voting. Episode 6 is also where the character Nicklay appears, a joke character poking fun at those who spelled nickel as Nicklay when voting him to get out. Although, this caused Nickel to be disqualified, as he did have 70 extra votes to his name. Episode 10 would have its next rejoin, that being Paper. Once Paper is back in the game, he kills Balloon, showing an evil side to him, but realizes and doesn't know what came over him. Despite not winning the joining the game vote, Bo is let in the game after Adam tells MePhone 4 to let her join because she's funny. By episode 15, the animation would shift from Anime Studio to Adobe Animate. The season would go on to have 18 episodes, with the winner of season 1 being OJ on December 7th, 2012. The runner-up was Taco, who during the season's run was shown to be a rather dumb character, but was revealed that she was actually a lot smarter than everyone thought, with Pico mainly being the first to witness it. Like with Paper, Bo herself has gone insane from being isolated for so long. A few other characters, MePhone 4S and MePhone 5, who appeared in early episodes, cause a ruckus, leading to MePhone 4 dying from falling off the cliff, along with Bo and MePhone 5. In turn, MePhone 4S decided to downgrade himself to save MePhone 4, effectively killing him in the process. MePhone 4 comes back and Taco runs away from the show. Adam then calls MePhone 4, saying that he wants a second season to be made, as the first season received all-time ratings, with MePhone 4 saying he'll do it, but that he wants an assistant. OJ, however, isn't exactly pleased, as the suitcase that held the $1 million was also destroyed in the process, but MePhone 4 says the money was never in the case, but in the bank. Towards the end, Apple is shown, still stuck on Idiotic Island, later guiding her attention to a 2 that is next to her, asking what it means before winking towards the audience. Season 1 is mainly known for its extremely crude humor, which at the time was very different compared to what BFDI had around that time. Even then, the show was popular enough for a second season to be considered. In fact, a second season was confirmed during season 1's production. Hey, just wanted to say that 90% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed. I know people say this often, but these videos do take a while to research and edit, so it would really help me and the channel out if you hit that subscribe button. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. Let's get back into it. On June 3rd, 2012, Adam would officially confirm the second season of Inanimate Insanity via a video titled Inanimate Insanity t-shirts now available and hiatus news, where if you bought a t-shirt from their merch store, recorded a video of yourself wearing said t-shirt, and got picked into another contest, you had a chance to make up a character that would compete in the second season. On September 8th of the same year, Adam would post another update regarding season 2, showing the 4 eligible characters that could compete in the second season, them being Banana, Rubber Ball, Yin Yang, and Guitar, and to vote for one of them in the comments. On January 6th, 2013, a Facebook post stated that they needed a new female contestant that needs a clean design, which can be inferred as soap. In an old real-life trailer that I was unable to find, a picture of baseball, paintbrush, yin yang, and box were shown, as well as the release being April 2013. This also confirmed Box to be a contestant, although at the time, Box was made to deceive viewers that they were an ordinary box. On February 1st, 2013, in Ask Adam number 5, Marshmallow was confirmed to be in season 2. Funny enough, Microphone, who is a new contestant to be revealed, was actually in the final episode of season 1, hiding behind Knife's head when MePhone is walking off screen. On March 1st, 2013, a teaser trailer for season 2 was released, called Cheesy Teaser Trailer, featuring Baseball, Nickel, Cheesy, who was confirmed for season 2, and Fan, an old character that appeared briefly during season 1, also confirmed. On March 17th, a Facebook post would reveal that the first 2 minutes of episode 1 would be shown at ObjectCon 2013, which was shown on March 30th. Season 2 would officially release on April 2nd, 2013, showing a pattern as season 1 was released on April 1st, and would continue the story from season 1. Before the season's launch, a Facebook post showed that II2 was originally going to be called Inanimate Outrage. The season starts off with OJ, showing that he spent the $1 million he won on a hotel. After a party was being hosted, a plane is shown to have crashed into OJ's hotel, showing MePhone with a cast of new contestants, such as Suitcase, Trophy, Cherries, Yin Yang, Test Tube, Box, Microphone, and Fan, along with a few picked season 1 characters, as they will compete in season 2. The intro song is the same as it was in season 1, being Aces High. Remember how back in season 1 that MePhone 4 asks for an assistant? Well, he gets one. That being Toilet.
The phone is the phone, Mr. Phone, Mr. Phone, Mr. Phone, Mr. Phone, Mr. Phone.
MePhone 4 would then get another assistant in episode 2, being MePad. Just like with the second half of season 1, eliminations are handled via viewer voting, with Tissues being the first boot of season 2. This time, The elimination would be that an eliminated contestant would enter a portal spawned by MePhone 4, later revealed to go to OJ's hotel. Season 2 would have roughly the same humor as Season 1, being crude and unexpected. However, as the season went on, the tone of the season would take a more serious and dark approach. In episode 5, someone unexpectedly debuts the game, that being Doe, who ends up being eliminated the same episode as he gets eaten and killed. By episode 6, episodes will start to upload rather slowly, as well as become riddled with delays, with episodes taking months at a time to come out, sometimes even years. Despite that, each episode on its own had its fair share of lore and surprises. Speaking of episode 6, it's shown here that Bo is now a ghost, living in the Purgatory Mansion. In episode 8, we get to see the first appearance of Steve Cobbs, a play-on of Steve Jobs, at Meeple HQ. It is revealed here that Steve Cobbs is the one who created the MePhone products, which includes MePhone 4 and MePad. It shows Steve Cobbs being a more patient and kind character. However, it is foreshadowed how that is far from the truth behind his true nature. By the time episode 9 was released, the II crew came under some financial difficulty, and a Kickstarter was opened to get donations to keep the show going. The Kickstarter raised over $11,000, which was enough to ensure the completion of Season 2. In exchange for donating, backers would get behind-the-scenes information, an exclusive role in their Discord server, and to be put in the end credits of II2 episodes. Once episode 11 was released, the voting was changed back to contestant voting, and episode 12 and onward would have episodes released 1 or even 2 years apart. In episode 12, an alternate universe was shown, that being Inanimate Insanity Infinity, being hosted by Salt and Pepper. This is because Lipo had messed with the past regarding the first episode of Season 1, along with Test Tube. This alternate timeline has its different set of characters, such as Thermos, Frank, Kumquat, Traffic Light, Shell, Black Hole, Hay Bale, Bandana, and Barrel. Just like with Season 1, Season 2 had its fair share of surprises regarding eliminations, as Marshmallow was disqualified for not returning to the game on episode 12, and Microphone quit on episode 14 after no longer wanting to deal with Taco. As stated before, the first half of Season 2 pretty much had the same humor as Season 1, but during the second half, that changed to having more serious storylines, character development, and sometimes even intense themes of trauma, backstabbing, and a larger emphasis on feelings. Once episode 14 was released, the season would go on hiatus. At that point, Season 2 would go on indefinite hiatus, with no updates regarding episode 15 and onwards. Instead, Animation Epic decided to do something else, that being Season 3.
1, 2, 3, go!
On February 13th, 2021, a video will be uploaded titled Inanimate Insanity Vote Your Favorite, asking viewers to vote for their favorite character from Seasons 1 and 2. On April 1st, 2021, another video titled Inanimate Insanity Direct would announce the confirmation of Season 3, with Adam confirming that the votes taken from the previous video mentioned were used to take into consideration creating a cast for Season 3. The video also confirmed that Season 2 would still continue as planned and will even run alongside Season 3, with episode 15 being in the works. Yeah, we can see now how that wasn't true. They wanted to make Season 3 because they wanted to take the series back to its original roots, like Season 1, as Season 2 was going towards a more serious and darker route. Season 3 would officially release on April 3rd, 2021, again following the same pattern of release dates as Season 1 and Season 2. Season 3 shows off a new art style, having new assets for characters, new eyes, limbs, and mouths. It was also said that Season 3 would not have any real effect in regards to Season 2, and would tell a different story. The season starts off with old contestants from Seasons 1 and 2, such as OJ, Paintbrush, Fan, Yin Yang, Nickel, Balloon, and Box, all traveling on a boat to see a Spoiled Lemon concert, as they have acquired VIP tickets to see it. They crash on an island called Paradise, where MePhone 4 was waiting, and says that the tickets are fake because otherwise they wouldn't have wanted to come in the first place. Before MePhone 4 unveils the curtain, the boat explodes, as well as showing that Bo is back, despite the fact that she died back in Season 1 and isn't recoverable as she died when MePhone 4 was dead. MePhone 4 then unveils, or I guess makes it fall, The curtain showing new characters: Lifering, Tea Kettle, Clover, Goo, The Floor, Candle, Blueberry, Silver Spoon, and Cabby, dubbing this as Favorites vs. Fans. Fun fact, Season 3 was originally called Inanimate Insanity Fans vs. Favorites. This season also had a viewer voting, but was handled slightly differently. Eliminations were handled with contestant voting, however the viewers could vote for someone to give them immunity, meaning any votes given to them would not count. The first elimination would have Blueberry be out, and the elimination area being a different island called Indefinite Island, where contestants can decide to leave or stay. Things would basically be calm throughout the season, until episode 5 where Box had to be medically evacuated, and thus be eliminated. Throughout the season, Bo would sometimes experience pain in her head in a form of a short circuit, whenever the words chair and marshmallow were said, as she could not process them, likely being related to how Bo was killed back in season 1. In episode 7, Candle was unable to find any aura on Bo, and it was shown at the end of the episode that Bo takes out a piece of metal from her head, showing that she isn't exactly Bo, but a robot. In episode 8, it was revealed that they were built by Fan and Test Tube, and were built to replace the original Bo, as she is permanently dead. And in episode 10, their voice was changed, as they weren't exactly the actual Bo, but instead their own person. Or robot, I guess. This episode also has its first rejoin, that being Cabby. In episode 12, their name was changed to Bot. Bot shows a drawing of themselves being different from Bo. However, this episode also got rid of viewer voting, as it was starting to get too predictable that Yin Yang would win immunity, as he won it 5 episodes in a row, and possibly even the entire season. So the immunity voting was dropped and returned to only contestant voting. The Floor would also become a co-host since he was eliminated in episode 11 and refused to leave, so MePhone 4 just made him a co-host. In episode 13, Nico and Balloon helped with Bot's new design, and they are now what they are today. Episode 15 had the second rejoin, that being Blueberry. In terms of canon, episode 18 revealed that season 3 was an escape from the second season, as stated before that season was becoming a lot more serious and darker in tone. There wasn't even a prize or a winner even planned. It was also shown that the final 3 would be team leaders in a planned 4th season. In the final episode, episode 19, the winner of season 3 is Cabby, by a jury vote of 7-6-2 against Balloon and Silver Spoon. Once season 3 concluded, the YOYLE crew decided to go back to season 2. On March 30th, 2024, while announcing the BFDIX II tour for 2024, Adam Katz announced that Season 2 Episode 15 will be shown early at the tour from June 28th to August 4th. The episode would officially be released on YouTube on August 10th, ending a 4-year-long hiatus for the season. It was also said that Season 3 takes place between Episodes 14 and 15. The rest of the season is still kept with its developing stories and character arcs, most notably with the remaining contestants, hosts, and Taco. Before the release of episode 18, the YOYLE crew decided to hold an ARG to tease the episode, which began on October 18th. It involved finding keywords in various sources to unlock the truth behind the puzzle. This involved doing ciphers, looking through the official website, source codes, video descriptions, thumbnails, crosswords, and even separate social media accounts. The ARG was solved in about 43 minutes, with the final page leading to the release window of episode 18, being in November. The season finally comes to an end on November 29th, with a number of things being shown, such as Box being revealed as an actual character as he had originally died before season 2 took place, Steve Cobbs was killed, along with Knife from the Red Line race, Suitcase being the winner of season 2, and MePhone 4 deciding to leave. After 11 years of production, season 2 finally came to a close. They still aren't done, however. On February 22nd, 2025, a compilation of the original first season was uploaded on Animation Epic. The video is just a normal video compilation until you get to the very end of it, where a caption that reads, "We may be due for an upgrade" was shown, with a date of March 1st, 2025. On that day, a community post showed the release date of a remaster for Season 1 Episodes 1 and 2, being March 15th and April 1st respectively. This season would be dubbed as II1R by some, and would also be the first to break the cycle of season premieres releasing in April, as remaster would be released in March. The remaster has a completely different art style once again compared to seasons 1 to 3, trying to be more faithful to the original art style when it was first animated under Anime Studio. In the first episode of the remaster, a new character shows up, called Bookcasey, although they were disqualified rather instantly as they called MePhone 4's new voice crap. As of the making of this video, the remaster currently has 5 episodes, being on hiatus due to the 2025 BFDI XII tour and the production of Season 4. Speaking of Season 4,
Total satisfaction is our guarantee!
Before Season 4 was even announced, Adam Katz confirmed that Season 2 would not be the last time we would see the characters, saying this at the II2 the movie screening at the Limelight Glendale Theater in California on November 26, 2024. 1 month later, on December 31st, a tweet on the Animation Epic Twitter X account further confirming it for 2025. Along with the announcement of the Season 1 remaster, the same community post also said that the story would be continuing, further proving a Season 4 being in the works. Season 4 would officially be confirmed in Inanimate Insanity Season 4 on April 4th, 2025, revealing that it will be shown early at the BFDI XII 2025 tour. It wouldn't just be one episode though. They will be showing the first 2 episodes at the tour. In a live stream hosted by Adam and Brian on April 26th, they confirmed that Season 4 will have a new art style, a larger focus on the characters living their lives, and will have a completely different story compared to the last 3 seasons. Episode 1 was shown early from June 27th to July 13th. I saw it on July 11th. And Episode 2 was shown early from July 19th to August 3rd. Season 4 was officially released on July 14th, 2025, marking the start of a new story. Along with the Season 1 remaster, Season 4 did not release during the month of April, as April 4th had long since passed by then, unless you want to count the announcement. Inanimate Insanity has a lot of seasons under its belt, considering that they have 3 completed seasons with a remaster and a Season 4 both currently in progress. However, that isn't all that they have worked on. There are a lot of spin-off series that have also occurred during the series' lifespan. Let's get into them. The Taco Show is a spin-off series that ran from May 2011 to December 2012. The premise of the series was that Taco would host interviews with different II characters, although the only character to be interviewed was OJ, and only 2 videos were ever made for the series. Sometime between 2013 and 2015, the episodes were deleted from Animation Epic, but thankfully, re-uploads exist of the series. Inanimate Insanity is a parody spin-off series that ran for 3 episodes between April 2012 and April 2013, being made by Taylor Groydon. The original premise was to trick viewers who were waiting for episode 12 of season 1, which came out later that day. The series depicts the characters in crude drawings, scenes, jokes, and even having their voices distorted, being low-pitched or completely not understandable. Inanimate Battle is a parody of Inanimate Insanity created by Adam Katz, with the first episode releasing on October 19, 2012. The series takes place in the real world, where non-sentient versions of the characters from II would take part in a series of battles against each other. Around 4 of these episodes were made, with Knife being the winner in all of them. Fan's Fantastic Features is a spin-off variety show featuring Fan as the main host of the series, with Test Tube being the cinematographer. The series was created by all 4 original members of Animation Epic, with the first episode premiering on September 26, 2020. The show was actually announced 2 days before, on September 24th, in Animation Epic's channel trailer. You were also able to participate in the show, as it was a reward on Patreon for the $100 tier. Around 4 episodes were made, with a variety of things happening in each episode, featuring characters such as Trophy, Nickel, Tissues, and Paper. There were also 2 streams done in a similar way to the show, but are likely not related at all to it. Inanimate Answers is a non-canon spin-off show that was hosted by Justin Chapman, premiering on September 12, 2020. It features a fictionalized version of them interviewing II characters in live action, with the drawings being done on top of real-life objects. 2 days before, Justin had actually teased Inanimate Answers, as when Breaking the Ice hit 10 million views, they said, "Special surprise Saturday that's been cooking up for 10 months. As it starts to seem like it's following a pattern, only 4 episodes were made, with the last video, Apple vs. Santa, being released on December 19th, 2020. Exit Interview is a spin-off interview series that was released alongside III, with the first episode releasing on April 17th, 2021. Whenever a character was eliminated from the show, they are interviewed by IPR, or Inanimate Public Radio, where various real-life people would interview said characters. There are 16 episodes released of this series, with 2 still supposedly in the works, being Balloon and a second Cabby episode, as they were confirmed to receive interviews on May 1st, 2024. As of now, they have yet to come out. Inanimate Comics is a webcomic series featured on the show's official website. The project started in late June 2020, as Justin Chapman approached Charles Case, who you may know as Cake Brunch. Justin wanted to commission Cake Brunch to make II comics in a similar style that was made when Cake Brunch did a comic on Taco and Pickle. The webcomic series was announced on July 7th via a Twitter post. The first comic, Complaints, was uploaded on July 8th, 2020, and ran until September 9th, totaling 5 issues. Issues 1 through 4 will be dubbed on the Animation Epic channel. In the Inanimate Insanity Direct, it was revealed that the first 5 comics were part of a first volume, with volume 2 coming soon. On April 16th, 2021, Snowball was released, and is the last comic that was uploaded. As I said at the start of the video, Inanimate Insanity was made by 4 people: Adam, Brian, Justin, and Taylor. However, as time has passed, only Adam and Brian are left from the original group. Justin and Taylor were relieved from the crew, each having their own reasons. Taylor was fired on August 27, 2022, after being involved in drama regarding Lauren Teasel, another former crew member of II, as Taylor supported and defended Lauren's apology regarding his racist actions. The news came from Animation Epic's Twitter account, announcing his departure from the crew, after working on it for 10 years. Justin was let go from the crew around March 2025, prior to the release of the Season 1 remaster. It isn't exactly known what they were fired for, as it was believed it was due to them being too parasocial with fans. However, someone involved came out and said that the parasocial thing is not the reason why, and for people to not decipher the situation. Since then, not much is known of the true reason as to why they were fired, but it is apparent as the characters they voiced have different voice actors and they aren't in the credits of any episodes past Season 2, Episode 18. I do ask, however, to not harass or go after these two. The problems have been handled and they no longer work on the show. Now, let's get into something more positive. To begin, let's talk about the meetups and tours. II has held a bunch of meetups during its runtime. The first meetup was with BFDI on June 24th, 2018. The next would be on November 9th, 2018, where episode 13 of Season 2 was shown early. II and BFDI would do another meetup 1 year later on July 14th, 2019. Meetups would remain quiet until 2022, where they would team up again with BFDI to host a meetup in California after a hiatus of 3 years. 2023 but the first time branching away from California, having a second meetup in New York City, where III 14 was shown early. This will repeat for 2024 and 2025, following the same premise as before, with episodes being shown early and being hosted in more cities, along with some merch. Speaking of merch, it shouldn't come as a surprise that Inanimate Insanity has a ton of merch, from plushies to posters and so much more. In 2022, Inanimate Insanity has actually won the Favorite Web Program Award from Cartoon Crave, showing just how popular the web series really is. There is also a unique coincidence regarding the 3 season winners. OJ, Suitcase, and Cabby all start with O, S, and C, which if put together spells out the OSC, or Object Show Community. It has been said that this was coincidental, but it's still pretty cool, considering they tend to emphasize on it more at the start of Season 4, just having a different meaning behind it. The Season 1 thumbnails have gone through not 1, but 2 changes. Some of the II characters are also canonically LGBTQ+, Lightbulb, Paintbrush, Bot, OJ, Paper, and Poppy. Lightbulb is transgender, as at first, she was referred to as male at the start of the series, but was changed to female, with Adam saying that it was done to balance out the male and female genders. Adam has since drawn Lightbulb with a transgender flag on numerous occasions, confirming her as such. Paintbrush is non-binary, as during the course of the first season, the characters would either call them male or female. They were confirmed as non-binary in Season 2 when they were talking with Lightbulb. Bot is also non-binary, as they wanted to be separate from Bo, of whom they were originally based off of. OJ and Paper are both canonically dating each other as of Season 2, Episode 18. Poppy, a new character of Season 4, is also confirmed to be non-binary, confirmed by someone who works on II. It should come to no surprise how much of an impact Inanimate Insanity has made. The large community, amazing fan art, cosplays, videos, animations, content creators, and just a lot more that I can't even list here. With its 14-year run and showing no signs of slowing down, Inanimate Insanity is definitely something to remember for years to come, and the community is only going to get bigger as time goes on. I applaud Adam and Brian for their amazing hard work, along with the rest of the II crew. You guys are truly amazing, and I have no doubt in my mind that you have all inspired so many people to start or keep creating whatever they decide to make. I am a fan of Inanimate Insanity, despite not showing it much, but I do enjoy what the series has brought to the table, and I can't wait to see what they bring with Season 4. With that, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks again, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye!
I don't remember it blinking.
Oh, maybe that's because it doesn't.